Это испортило наши планы. It spoiled our plans. It spoiled our plans. It spoiled our plans. Она поехала домой на машине. She drove home. Or she went home by car. She drove home. Or she went home by car. She drove home. Or she went home by car. Я поехал домой на машине. I drove home. Or I went home by car. I drove home. Or I went home by car. I drove home. Or I went home by car. Он снял 20 тысяч евро со своего счета. He withdrew 20,000 euros from his account. He withdrew 20,000 euros from his account. He withdrew 20,000 euros from his account. Они сожгли деревню. They burned the village. They burned the village. They burned the village. Она пошла в школу. She went to school. She went to school. She went to school. Еда пахла очень плохо. The food smelled very bad. The food smelled very bad. The food smelled very bad. Он застрелил птицу. He shot the bird. He shot the bird. He shot the bird. Я поехал на работу на машине. I drove to work. Or I went to work by car. I drove to work. Or I went to work by car. I drove to work. Or I went to work by car. Он снял все деньги. He withdrew all the money. He withdrew all their money. He withdrew all the money. Они испортили еду. They spoiled the food. They spoiled their food. They spoiled the food. Это хорошо пахло. It smelled good. It smelled good. It smelled good. Оно утонуло. She drowned. She drowned. She drowned. Это пахло ужасно. It smelled terrible. Or it smelled awful. It smelled terrible. Or it smelled awful. It smelled terrible. Or it smelled awful. Я повесил свое пальто на крючок. I hung my coat on a hook. I hung my coat on a hook. I hung my coat on a hook. Это плохо пахло. It smelled bad. It smelled bad. It smelled bad. Он все испортил. He spoiled everything. He spoiled everything. He spoiled everything. Корабль затонул. The ship sank. The ship sank. The ship sank. Прозвенел звонок. The bell rang. The bell rang. The bell rang. Он утонул. He drowned. He drowned. He drowned. Я повесил свою куртку на крючок. I hung my jacket on a hook. I hung my jacket on a hook. I hung my jacket on a hook. Солнце взошло. The sun rose. Or the sun went up. The sun rose, or the sun went up. The sun rose, or the sun went up. Я позвонил ему. I called him. I called him. I called him. Лодка утонула. The boat sank. The boat sank. The boat sank. Она сняла все деньги со своего счета. She withdrew all the money from her account. She withdrew all the money from her account. She withdrew all the money from her account. Они сожгли дом. They burned the house. They burned the house. They burned the house. Я поехал в парк на машине. I drove to the park. Or I went to the park by car. I drove to the park. Or I went to the park by car. I drove to the park. Or I went to the park by car. Они сожгли здание. They burned the building. They burned the building. They burned the building. Я снял $300 со своего счета. I withdrew $300 from my account. I withdrew $300 from my account. I withdrew $300 from my account. Он поехал на работу на машине. He drove to work. Or he went to work by car. He drove to work. Or he went to work by car. He drove to work. Or he went to work by car. Цена выросла на 20%. The price rose by 20%. Or the price increased by 20%. The price rose by 20%, or the price increased by 20%. The price rose by 20%, or the price increased by 20%.